you cannot let the negativity get to you. Like, days are gonna be really hard, and one day I wreck my car, the other day I'm focusing on bigger and better things. It's just you gotta come out through the negative and always end on a positive, no matter what, in every situation.
As the world grinds to a halt in efforts to prevent the spread of the deadly coronavirus, my newspaper set out to discover how it's upending lives across the region. I wanted to find out how all of you were feeling and how you were coping. And I wanted to do it all without ever having to come into contact with you, as a way to help prevent the spread of the virus. Here's what I came up with: the COVID-Diaries. It's a series of interviews, all conducted over video chat, that take the temperature of a community in a time of dramatic upheaval.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
I'm like slightly sore still from the accident, but I'm okay.
Yeah. What happened? Last time I spoke to you, I was talking to you in your car. What happened?
Well, okay, so because you know how like they have like shopping for like people with immune compromised, stuff like that. I was trying to go get I was trying to find cleaning supplies for moving. I was trying to find toilet paper, just like all the essentials. I left at like 7 in the morning, and a block away from my house, I was driving and a lady didn't stop. They're like a 4-way stop, and I ended up like getting basically like T-bone sided, and ended up me and her hitting each other. So that wasn't fun. Luckily, there's no major damage, so I'm okay.
Oh my gosh. The hits keep coming, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never been in an accident before, so I was like,
Yeah, what a time for that to happen to you. Okay, well, I'm glad you're okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, last time we talked, you were out in your car, you were out hunting for a new place to live. How's that all going?
The process, I'm gonna be brutally honest, it's not easy. I mean, they were very particular, like they wanted to screen you first because they only wanted like serious people to get to look at the place, because every time someone viewed it, they had to disinfect it. So I was able to go look at the place, and I mean, this was one of probably 20 places I looked. So because of like jobs being a questionable thing and like incomes and all that stuff, lenders are not really that interested in renting out to people right now because they're worried about people not being able to pay their rent.
Right. And so how did you convince them that you will be able to pay your rent?
It was hard to get approved, but the last video I did actually helped me get the place, because the lender went and saw the video and pretty much was just like, I gotta find a way to help this person out.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, it like brought me to tears.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
So, I mean, I had so many like people reach out to me, and like to actually be able to hear other people's stories and stuff like that is something that I wanted to do, because living in a place and not really knowing that many people, being able to kind of reach out to the community in a different way was kind of nice, because I made new friends, or I was able to help other people out in my situation.
Oh wow. So people have I haven't heard this from other people. So people saw the diaries and then they started reaching out to you about their stories as well.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice.
I'll preface this, I haven't done a interview for this in a couple of weeks. So I feel like I've been out of touch with how the world is feeling. I know how we're feeling in my home, which is obviously a roller coaster. But how have you been feeling about just the world, apartment hunting aside?
Exactly, like a roller coaster. There's some days where, it's like I feel like things are getting better, and then the next day I'll wake up and I'll hear something in the news and I'm just like, things are not getting better. It's hard to find a new normal, because I work in retail, and so it's I don't know what life's going to be like after this, but I know that how do you kind of change from what it was to now, where you're going to have to constantly go out with masks? You still can't find cleaning supplies. You still have to wait in line to go to grocery stores. Food is still selling out. there's some days where I'm like, is this ever going to end? Or are we ever going to have toilet paper and Lysol on like stock? Or like, what is that going to ever look like?
Mhm.
And, you kind of take those things for granted. Like, I never expected to go into a grocery store and have all the aisles be empty. And so it is still kind of a hard pill to swallow because you don't know what to expect. And that's kind of when the roller coaster takes effect.
Yeah, I feel like my wife and I have talked about like we can't believe the things that we used to worry about.
Right?
We can't believe we used to worry about them. And we can't believe that our days used to be hard, but I guess it's all relative.
Yeah. But at this time, it makes you almost take the things that you had for granted and realizing that, like, you probably shouldn't live your life and being like, well, I don't know if I should do that or maybe I should do that. I think, after everyone comes up with this, they're going to have a better outlook in life and maybe are going to actually try things that they wouldn't have tried or do things that they wouldn't have done because of it. Like for me, normally I would be focused on fear, but this for me is actually changing my fact to push me to do more because I don't want to sit and every single day and watch my life pass me by. Like, this is the one step in the right direction. After getting a place to live and once the economy starts to open up again, it's just focusing on following my dreams and what I want to do and not taking any excuses at this point.
What do you think that looks like? Do you know what those like dreams are and what you want to do?
I mean, my biggest thing has always been like doing my art and stuff like that. And me and my partner have always talked about building like a tiny home together. And, you know, that's not going to always be out of the future just because we had a drop in the economy. That doesn't mean that like building a home one day is not, an opportunity that we can't reach. So I think it's just planning, for the future, but being realistic and doing the best that you can on a day-to-day basis. But just because everything that's going on in the world doesn't mean that you can't stop your dreams from the future.